NBA schedule was released today.
Good stuff.
I know, right?
I mean,
we're about 6 weeks away from training camp in the NBA. Dallas Mavericks schedule was released. Check this out. Your Mavericks playing 28 nationally televised games this upcoming year.
9 on ESPN, 9 on NBA TV, 8 on TNT, and 2 on ABC.
And of course,
one of them Christmas, right?
That's right. They're going to take on Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and the Phoenix Suns. Woo! Everybody acting like it would be tough when they up.
Everybody acting tough when they up.
Let me tell you something. Another riff-free in my head all the time, man. That's one of the, like, you know Luka got dog in him. Got dog in him. But that's one of the first times I heard him vocalize it in that manner. Everybody acting tough when they up. Oh, all right, Luka. We'll let us know then.
Fair enough.
And that was after Booker was like, "Oh, hey, this is the Luka special," hitting them back with the little Devin Booker special. He got that dog in him.
Can't stand Devin Booker. Whatever.
Hey,
he's a hell of a basketball player.
Take it easy.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, that's right. Where did he go to
It's
school?
one of my guys.
Where did he go to school at?
I don't know. Somewhere in the SEC.
Say it for the people, Will.
Kentucky, take your shot.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, I used that clip against one of my old roommates in college. He's a big Phoenix Suns fan, and I use it all the time every time the Mavs play against the Phoenix Suns.
There you go. Other highlights of the Mavericks schedule.
Well, you open against Victor Wembanyama.
Woo!
How about that? That'll be on ESPN on Wednesday, October 25th. How about this one? Once I get to it. That's in San Antonio, by the way.
That's right.
Here we are. Jalen Brunson comes back January 11. So that'll be fun to see that. What was it? They have, and it's not said in this press release, but I wonder comparatively, they've got 13 back-to-backs. Of those, 5 begin and end on the road for our road to home.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something. Also, this one for me and for DFW together. This is where we come together.
Okay.
You know,
right.
March 3, Joel Embiid and Dallas's own Tyrese Maxey. And the Philadelphia 76ers come to town to take on the Mavericks.
That's going to be a hell of a basketball game.
I don't know what to think about Philly right now, though.
They don't either. They don't either at this point. Because James Harden's bad-mouthing Daryl Moore.
Embiid is...
Woo! Let me tell you something. When I woke up the other morning to my Twitter feed or whatever Elon calls it these days, and the first thing that came on my timeline, Daryl Moore is a liar. Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
That's how we feel, James?
So, somebody said this recently. I don't know if I saw it in a tweet or I don't know. I think it was Kendrick Perkins, and I think he's a moron. And that he's got to watch out. Like, he may be out of the league after this year. And I actually agree with that.
I saw that, and I'm like, Kendrick, we're doing a lot. We're talking about a guy that this past playoffs was dropping 40 points in playoff games and winning playoff games.
Well,
like,
yeah, but then going the complete opposite direction in other games that were more important.
I guess my point is, like, we doing a lot, Kendrick. We doing a lot. We're doing a lot.
Well, James is getting old, man. And if you're going to go out there and start, saying stuff like that, teams may just be like, man, we're good, fam.
Well, he's going to make it as uncomfortable as possible in Philadelphia, is James Harden, according to, reports from Ramona Shelburne, among others, discussing some of that. But yeah, Daryl Moore's got a problem on his hands. And he didn't think it was ever going to be the problem of James Harden, seeing as how much he loves himself some James Harden. I did find this other note interesting when it came to the Mavericks schedule, that the Mavericks will alternate road and home venues in each of its first 8 games of the season.
Isn't that weird?
So they're going to go home and away for the first 8 games of the season. I don't think I've ever seen that before, or at least it never been, made of a big deal or known. But yeah, that is kind of odd.
I thought that was weird too.
They're going to alternate home and road games for each of their first 8 games of the season.
We also know the details of the in-season tournament.
That's right.
It's going to begin on Friday, November 3. We'll go all the way to the championship is played a month later, December 9. There's going to be group play like we do in, World Cup in soccer. Dallas will open up group play on the road against the Denver Nuggets on that November 3 night at 9 p.m. on ESPN. During group play, the Mavericks also have the LA Clippers at home, New Orleans on the road, and Houston at home. So this is how they're doing it. There's going to be, following the group play, there's 8 teams that are going to go into the knockout rounds, 4 per conference. The team with the best record in each of the 6 groups, and then the 2 wildcard teams, and that would be a team from each conference with the best record in group play that finished second in its group. That's who's alls moving forward to the knockout round. So then you've got, in that one, those are single elimination games. So it looks like, you're playing 4 games here in group play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's single elimination in the quarterfinals played in the NBA team markets. And then the semifinals and the championship to be played in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. That'll be for the semifinals in the championship, I should say.
I feel like this will be more fun in its actual application than it was in its description when they started putting this together.
Could not agree more.
Because I feel like I'm going to get behind it as they start, actually playing these games and seeing how some of the competitiveness comes out for these players. So I hope it works out because this is something Adam Silver's been wanting to do for a long time. So I hope in its execution, it's better than what it was in terms of its initial description.
I think it will. I mean, I think it's easy to be like, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? I mean, look, all the games are going to count except for the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as regular season wins. Now, how that plays out will be also interesting at the end of the season, clearly with, different amount of games played. I'm for it.
We'll see how it works out for the NBA because they definitely have put a lot behind it, and we'll see what happens when that begins later on this season. A little around the association here.
Real quick, shout out Doris Burke. Rock on. Yeah. Doris Burke, I was not a fan of, ESPN, ABC relieving Van Gundy and Mark Jackson of their duties. More so Van Gundy for me. I think they're a great threesome. But I think Doris Burke is terrific. And Doc Rivers has been good. It's been a while since I've seen him on TV, but she'll be the first woman to serve as a game analyst on television for a championship final in one of the 4 major professional U.S. sports leagues. And I'll be straight up dead honest right here.
Oh.
You listen to some, and I'm all for equality and having women. There are some that call games that I'm like, I can't listen to her. I can't do it. I couldn't think more oppositely about Doris Burke.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
She is absolutely phenomenal.
And Drake will be at probably every game that she
probably
she calls for sure. Speaking of Kentucky. Never forget, because I got to get this out. Never forget, that Herb showed up in Lexington wearing a Kentucky jumpsuit, warm-up suit, and was out there in layup line. Like, you clown. Get off the damn court.
I know. I thought the same thing, but I also wanted and eventually got that warm-up because it was a dope warm-up.
Bandwagon ass.
He is such one.
Get out of here, man.
He just hosted them again at their house, though, and it's not exactly...
Of course he did.
A high... Yeah, but they're not...
Of course he did.
They're not coming off of a banner 2-3 year run here.
Cal see a marketing opportunity when he knows one. He sees it.